Right, I think we are live. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much for joining me for a solo playthrough of Reef Project. And as you can see, I haven't got the game set up yet. My fishy friends have joined me, but they have failed in their job of setting the game up for me while I went to the gym and had lunch. So this is going to be one of those solo playthroughs where you're going to watch me set up the game, and I'm going to be learning how to play the game. I have played the game. I've covered the multiplayer game of this on the channel last week. We did a full 4-player playthrough. So if you want to see a 4-player playthrough of the game where I teach everybody how to play, that's on the channel already. Today, we're just going to be covering the solo rules. So I'm not going to be covering all of the rules of the game. I'm just going to be covering the solo differences. Yes, I am going to ask, and you can hear me. Excellent. Thank you very much. I have remembered for the first time in a very long time to unmute the microphone. It actually says Reef Project rather than some other random game. And Board and Dice are here in the chat as well. Thank you very much for joining me. So yes, we are going to be diving in and we are going to be learning how to play the solo game together. And we're going to see how we get on. This will also be a test to see if I remember how to play from last week. Couple of things to mention before we start. I've got the window open because it's very warm in here. We have building work going on. So if you do hear banging and drilling, don't worry about it. That's normal. Also, although last week's video was sponsored by Board and Dice, this video is not sponsored. They haven't asked me to cover the solo mode. I wanted to cover the solo mode because the two designers listed are David Turtsey and John Albertson, that are both patron supporters of mine, and I want to support them with what they do. So, yeah, and I do like doing solo playthroughs. So, let's see how we get on. Let's put the main rulebook to one side and see what the solo rulebook says. Deacon, the automated opponent for Reef Project. While the worthy goal of reef restoration may provide enough of an incentive on its own, some people are driven more by a sense of competition than common good, and Deacon is exactly that kind of captain. From the first day your paths crossed, you knew that, as vast as it may seem, the ocean is too small for both of you. When playing Reef Project alone, you play against the automated opponent, a bot that is called Deacon. The bot has a deck of cards that determines its actions. In these rules, it or its refers to the bot, and you or yours refers to the lone human player. So we need solo components. Right, now, there were some cards. We got people watching from South Africa. There may be trouble ahead. Yes, we're going to need a bigger boat and other sea-related puns. Hello from South Africa. Excellent. And Stuart, welcome, all the way from Taunton. Which, for those people who don't know, is just up the road from where I live. Right, let's have a look. What have we got here? We have, these are all of the normal cards that we used last time. So those are the mission cards. I think they're going to go there. These are the objectives or goals, whatever they're called, that come in when you get to 22. There is another deck of cards, which I have seen. It's here. So there is another deck of cards that we didn't use on Friday, which have got a boat on the back, and these are the solo components. So we need 8 basic Deacon cards, numbers 1 to 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's those. We need 4 advanced Deacon cards, which are 1A, 2A, 3A, and 4A. And my guess is that depending on the difficulty setting, we're going to swap some of those out for those. Maybe. We'll find out. And we have 5 Deacon ship cards, which are numbered 1 to 5. Right, so we've got all of the components that we need. Excellent. Remember to remove mission cards that are for 3 and 4 players. Thank you. It's a good point. Let's do that now. So some of these mission cards you do not use if you're playing the 1 to 2 player game. Okay, there you go. That's that done. Get those over there. Right. Oh, and I don't know if you can smell this, but there is a lovely smell of burning wood because the carpenters are here and they're cutting a lot of wood at the moment. And I think they're cutting it with an angle grinder. You shouldn't cut wood with an angle grinder, but I'm getting that nice smell of burning wood. So I don't know if that's coming through your TV at all. But if it is, let me know. It's lovely. Right, set up the game for 2 players as per the core rules. You are the first player. Okay, so we're going to have to... Now, it says set up the game for 2 players. I don't know if we're going to need another board for the other player. because sometimes you do and sometimes you don't. I will carry on doing the setup if somebody wants to tell me in the chat whether we do need a board for the other player. But let's go through and set the board up. So we didn't see this on Friday, but this is the 1 to 2 player side of the board, which has fewer islands and fewer spaces to visit. Okay, the bot uses a player board. Thank you. So I'm going to need a second one. So we go through these tiles. Now, some of these tiles are only for 4 players and some of them are only for 3 players. We're going to take those out. There we go. And just a quick mention, if you are watching this video back later and not live, there will be a timestamp in the video for when I actually start playing. So if you want to watch me set up the game and everything else, that's great. But if you do want to skip ahead and join me when the actual playthrough starts, then yeah, there will be a timestamp in there. So we're going to give these a shuffle, and it's just to spread them out. It's going to go there. It's going to go there. I'm putting them on matching coloured spaces, basically. Now, I haven't seen Loki for a few hours. Now, what that means is Loki is missing. He's not had his early afternoon cuddles. So at some point during this playthrough, I am fully expecting Loki to come in and meow in my face. So we got that. Right, what else do we need to do for the setup? There's lots of things we need to do for the setup. There are these reef restoration tiles. Okay, so we give these a shuffle. There's only 5 of them, but we use 3 of them in the game. That's those. And then there are these light blue tiles, of which we need 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we flip the first one face up. So that's those. We also need these oxygen containers. I'm just going to take one at random. And we put these A side up. Dark orange one. Dark orange, and then the first time somebody goes there, it flips over to the B side. There we go. That's those. Put those back in the bag, actually. Right, we have, what were these called? Milestone tiles, I think. Yeah, milestone tiles. So there's normally 1 more than the number of players in the game. So I'm setting this up for a 2-player game. So I want 3 milestone tiles there and 3 milestone tiles there. Right, that's those done. Next, I am going to be pinky purple. I won't put these on my board yet because I don't know which board I start with. I don't know if I choose 2 boards and keep one of them. We'll find out. Now, what are these? These are crew members. I don't know. Yeah, they're definitely using the angle grinder. I don't know if these are numbered as well. I don't think they are. So I'm just going to stack these up on this space here. There was one that I found loose in the box. Hopefully that's been located. So while we're here, I will ask for those people watching in the chat, how many people have pre-ordered this game? Because I think it wasn't a Kickstarter or anything like that. I think it's a pre-order game, so a straight to retail game that you can pre-order from Board and Dice. And I think you told me on Friday when people can pre-order it and when it's going to be available. I think you told me and I've forgotten. So if you don't mind telling me again. All crew members are for all player counts. Right, that's right. I didn't see any numbers on them indicating otherwise. Let's put some of these out. 1, 2, 3, 4. All the greens. Right, that's the crew members done. We also have these pollution tiles. Now, I think these are also... Yeah, so there's more of these than we actually need. But... yeah, we're not going to need all of them. So let's have a look for the super big pollutions, which is just that one and that one. Then we have the medium pollutions, which is there, there, and there, and there. And then we have the ickle pollutions, which is there, there, and there. Right, and then the rest of them, they go in a supply because there are certain effects in the game that will allow you to take from this supply. You take the lowest one available. Now, for my playthrough last week, there's things that we learned because we played it twice on Friday last week. That surrounding an area and getting these pollution tiles is actually really valuable, and you don't want to give it to somebody else. And these are worth points. And if you didn't watch the playthrough last Friday, then these pollution tiles, as well as being worth points at the end of the game, they have an ability, and if you use them for their ability, you don't get the points printed on them. And I didn't use any of my tiles at all during the game. I worked it out that the tiles were actually more beneficial to me to keep for the points at the end of the game. But we'll see. There might be a certain situation where it is worth more points, but for me, it wasn't. Right. Yes, the Plushy family are all gathered up. Well, all of the fish-related ones, anyway. I've got plenty of other friends. Oh, there it is. Found it. Yeah, plenty of other plushies up there. Lots of cats. A badger, a beaver. No, I don't have a badger. And then I've got the armadillo, the chameleon, the stegosaurus, the snail, and the anteater. Yes. Oh, the armadillo. Sorry, the armadillo. I said the armadillo, didn't I? Anyway, I think we're all done, apart from choice of player board. And I think you get 3 money to start with. 3 money rings a bell. So, we might be able to zoom in a bit more, actually. Yeah, we probably can. We can probably zoom in a bit more. So let me just go up here. And can I zoom into there? Is that too much? I think that's probably a bit too much, isn't it? Okay, let's have a look. So if I move that over there, and I move that down here, and I move that over here, yeah, we're all good. So where can we have these? Where can we have these so that they're not quite not quite in the way? We can have Oliver over there. We can have this one. I don't think we need this for anything. Yeah. I don't think that's doing anything. We can have this one on here. Have the turtle on here. Right, that'll do. So we need another player board for, what's his name? Duncan? Deacon? Deacon, that's it. Come on. There you go. Right. So we're setting up for a 4-player game, which means I start, I think, with 4 energy. And my opponent, what colour is my opponent going to be? Let's use orange. I think orange is probably going to... Oh, you don't need energy track for the bot. Okay. I won't use an energy track for the bot then. Now a plane's going over. Brilliant. Where can we put this? We can probably put this here. Okay, right. Solo setup. You are the first player. Shuffle the 5 ship cards and draw 2. Aha, that's these. These are the ship cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to give these a shuffle. I am going to draw 2. Choose 1, take the respective shipboard for yourself and remove the card. Give the shipboard from the second card. Oh, not those. These. These ship cards. Right, okay. I was shuffling the big cards. So, shuffle the 5 ship cards and draw 2. We have number 2 and number 3. Choose 1, take the respective shipboard for yourself and remove the card. Give the shipboard from the second card to Deacon. If this is your first game, we recommend playing on the A side of your shipboard. It isn't my first game, and I'm actually going to play with the B side of the board. I don't know what the B side of the boards look like, but I'm going to play with the B side of the board. Because one of the problems that I have is that I am so often playing games for the first time or teaching them to new people that in most of the games in my collection, I end up playing the recommended setup for your first game. And it's actually quite rare, and I don't know if you're in the same position, that you get to explore the actual game itself. because it requires multiple plays and people who've played it before and everything else. So yeah, let's jump into it and let's actually use the B side of the board. So B side of the board, recruiting is -2. The abilities are different. I know that the abilities are different. So that's going to go there. Shuffle it over to the left a little bit. There we go. And my reef balls, I'm going to start on here. And I think I start with one of each. And I'm going to go on science track, diving track. I start with 5 reef balls here, which we learnt on Friday is not a limit. That's just how many you start with. I thought it was a limit because you can't actually fit more than 5 in there, but it's not. So if you did just watch the start of my video on Friday, I was saying that that is a hard limit, and it is not a hard limit. Points, and oh, that's the energy. That's it. Right, okay. So that's ship number 2. Now there are certain things on here. I'm not sure what we're going to need, but Deacon is going to get ship number 3. Give the shipboard from the second card to Deacon. And Deacon is also going to start on the B side. Okay, and we said orange, didn't we? Let's just populate this. So we don't use energy for Deacon. I assume we're going to need the reef balls. Otherwise, I'm wasting my time putting these on. And he starts with that one there. So I'm interested to see how this solo mode works, because it's a sort of area control-y type game. And that traditionally is difficult to do with 2 players. So, and we'll see how it works. 1, 2, 3, 4. Science. Oh. That goes there. That goes there. I think we're good. I assume Deacon's going to start with 3 money as well. Let's put that up there. Right. Shuffle the Deacon's ship card, number 3, with the 8 basic cards to create its deck. Okay, so we're taking its ship card with these to create its deck. So I don't know if I need these symbols. Maybe I don't. No, I don't think I do. Are there mermaids in this game? I don't think there are. I think it is a realistic setting rather than a fantastical setting. So I don't think there are any mermaids in the game. Right, where are we going to put this ship deck? And we're going to put it here. There we go. Right. Next. Oh, do not give Deacon resource markers, an energy track, or an energy marker. Okay, so it doesn't use the resource markers. Prepare the player components for Deacon as per the core rules. Yes, place its scientist marker on space 1. Okay. Don't give it any coins. It doesn't use money. I get 3 coins. I draw 5 mission cards. Doesn't say about the diver track. Okay, with the following exception. So its diver does start on 0. The exception is the scientist goes on 1. It doesn't get any coins. It doesn't need resource markers, and it doesn't need energy or an energy track. However, I do get 3 coins. We need to set up the missions. Okay. Right, so I'm drawing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep 1. Shuffle and give Deacon 2 randomly. Then choose your second card from the remaining 2 and discard the remaining 1 to the bottom of the mission deck. Right, okay, got it. So I'm going to get first choice. Then 2 of them are going to disappear at random, which go to Deacon, and then I get third one. So we have a mission to have 6 resources. Well, that's actually quite simple to do, but the benefit of that early on in the game is not great. This is to visit... I don't know what type of creature that is. It might be a starfish. it's there. It's not too far away. But again, bonus not great. That one is to go to Manta Ray Island, which is here. And I get 3 money. So I'm going to keep that one. Yeah, that's the one I'm going to keep. So I choose 1. Then 2 random get given to Deacon. So Deacon's going to have those 2. I don't know where they go. And then out of these, I choose 1. Well, sure, I'm going to take that one. And then that one goes to the bottom of the mission deck. So that represents the fact that each player normally in the game, I think, would get 3 and choose 2. But that's slightly different. B-sides of ships. The B-sides of the ships can also be used in the solo game. Good. However, we would strongly suggest increasing the difficulty as described on page 6. Okay, if you choose to play with the B-side, the Deacon should also use the B-side. Right. All the regular rules apply. The mission sets only score 3. Yep, so if you get a full set of missions, it's now 3 instead of 4. And the filled crew rows on the ship only score at the end of the game. And normally they score during the game. But now they're going to score at the end of the game. Right, I tell you what, because this is my first game playing solo and playing with the B-side, I'm not going to increase the difficulty level. So just a word of warning, if you watch this playthrough and I win easily, it's because I'm not following the guidelines of increasing the difficulty. But I am just going to have a quick peek at what the increasing difficulty rules would be. And they are exactly as I thought. You randomly select 1 to 4 advanced cards and swap them with the matching number of basic ones. Deacon is the first player, and Deacon gains the printed bonuses for placing crew tiles on its shipboard as if they were one of its cards. So you can implement any number of those modifiers. So you can really customize the difficulty however you want to. But yeah, we're not going to do that today. Deacon gains the printed bonuses for placing crew tiles on its shipboard as if they were on one of its cards. Okay. Okay, so turn overview. You play your turns as described in the core rules. During Deacon's turn, it will never choose recharge. It will always travel. Deacon does not gain resources or actions printed on the islands. Instead, it performs the actions on its cards. Right, tell you what, because I'm going first, I'm just going to take my turn. But before that, just going to have a quick look at the chat. The bot does not trigger the spaces on the player board as normal. Right, okay, so yes, it doesn't trigger these. So the only difference with it playing on the B-side, the B-side makes it harder. Sorry, the B-side is less good for it because it only gets 3 points for completing a mission. Maybe I should play on the A-side for that one. But no, we've done it. We'll stick with it. We'll see how we get on. Did we get an answer on when it's available? I don't think we did. Oh, there's a pre-order bundle on the web store. Okay. Yeah, it's Barcelona expansion. I'm going to be covering the Barcelona expansion as well. Probably later in July, I think. And I will be covering the new Nucleum expansion as well. Also probably August, I think. Yeah, there's a lot more videos from Board and Dice coming up on the channel at some point. And I'm going to be covering their new big Essen release, Minos. I'm going to be covering that, I think. I can't remember now. Possibly the start of August. Right. Anyway, we're going to take my go and we're going to try and remember how to play. Well, I'm definitely not going to recharge. I'm going to travel. So do I want to deploy a reef ball? Well, let's look at where I want to go. I want to go here. So I am going to spend 3 energy. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to deploy a reef ball from here onto this path. And then I am going to travel to here, which is free because I have a reef ball. And I am going to play this mission card, which is for arriving at that island. And because the island symbol is there, I get to do the 3. I get to do that, and I get to do the island, and then that card is my card. So that's done. I'm going to gain 3 money. And now I get to resolve the island, which is to gain a resource and hire a crew member, or do the divey fishy thing. And I think I probably want to gain a resource and hire a crew member, because crew members are good. Yeah, crew members are very good. Now, how much do I want to pay? That is the question. And I can always pay that one and flip it over, but that's not ideal. The other problem, I mean, it's not a problem as such. Oh no, I do have access to these two cards. So at the start of the game, you have access to those two cards. I think we're going to do the left-hand one. So I am going to take a resource, and I'm just going to take some. I'm going to take some shells, and then I'm going to hire a crew member, and I'm going to hire this crew member here for 3 money, and I'm going to put that crew member onto here. You don't have to put it on the matching coloured slot. There is a benefit to doing so, but I am going to put it on the matching coloured slot, and that is to take 2 new missions. Now, whenever you take a mission, you are limited. At the start of the game, you've only got access to these 2, and as your scientists move up, you get access to later ones. But whenever you take a mission, it immediately replenishes. So I think, based on I want different colours as well, I think I am going to take that one. I don't know if you can hear that. Somebody's just gone past on a scooter outside, and it was very, very noisy. But I think my noise reduction software... Oh, I only had to pay 1. Oh, thank you. Yes, I've got my special ability. Must remember that. So I'm going to take this mission. They immediately slide down. And then I can take that second one if I wanted to. And I think I'm going to. Yeah, I am going to take that one as my second one. Right, so I've been there. I hired a crew member. That went on there. And I gained a resource. And that's my go done. Right, so now we're doing the bot's first turn. So on its turn, Deacon does this in order. A, deploy a reef ball if possible. B, draw a card and move its ship to another island. And then C, perform the actions on the card. So before moving its ship, Deacon places a reef ball on the cheapest route adjacent to its current position that does not already contain one of its reef balls. So, cheapest route from its current position. Well, that's cheap and that's cheap. If multiple options are available, it will place a reef ball on the route that leads to the lowest numbered island. So all of these islands are numbered. This is island number 2. So it's going to place a reef ball there. That's nice and easy. If there is no route without Deacon's reef ball, ignore this step. Right, after its initial reef balls from deployment area are used, it then starts taking reef balls from the column with the highest VP value, so 232. Then it continues to use reef balls from that column until it is empty and the bot receives the VP bonus. Once that column is empty, it then chooses the next column to the right, wrap around to the leftmost if necessary. If placing the reef ball closes an ocean sector, resolve the cleaning the ocean as described in the core rules. Excellent. Right. So we've done that. It's gone there. Next, move Deacon's ship. Reveal the top card of the deck. And look at the row of islands listed on top of it. Deacon will attempt to go to the leftmost listed island, obeying its movement rules. See the next page. If that is not a legal target, it will attempt the second and third number if necessary. Okay. If no listed islands are viable, then Deacon will move to an adjacent island using the route that has the least energy cost, counting the visible energy regardless of reef balls. If still tied, it moves to the lowest numbered adjacent island. Right, let's have a look at this card. So this card has got, I think it's these that we're looking at. So it's the Manta Ray Island, which is here. Well, it can move there, but I'm already there. Island number 1, which is here, or the Green Fish Island, which is here. So it's going to attempt to move to the leftmost listed island, obeying its movement rules. Right, let's have a look at its movement rules. 1, it has to move to another island. 2, it cannot move to the island where your ship is. 3, it can use any number of routes that either has one of its reef balls or at most 1 visible energy. And it can use one route, a maximum of 1 route that costs 2 energy. So it can't go here because I'm there. So we go to the next one. Number 1, it can't stay there because it's already there. And then Greenfish Island, and it's used any number of visible routes that have 1 energy. So it goes there. There you go. Easy. I like that. That's nice and simple. Right, next. Perform the actions. Deacon performs the actions shown on the card in the previous step. Actions from the card are performed from left to right, top to bottom. Deacon takes all of the actions shown. For a list of all actions, C5. See page 5. Right, which is the next page. So we've got the dive track, which is exploring the reef. Move Deacon's diver marker 1 step forward. And it says it never pays to move it any further. It only moves 1 step per diver icon. It gets all the rewards from the oxygen tanks, according to the table in appendix on page 5. If it reaches the final step and would move forward, it gets a point step. Nice and easy. Do dive track again. It moves to there. Okay. And then it's going to activate a crew member. So activating a crew member, where's that? Hiring crew. Objectives. Deacon card effects. There. Deacon scores 1 point for each crew tile in the row that contains the fewest tiles. Minimum of 1 because the starting crew counts. So it scores 1 point. Nice and easy. I thought it was going to be activating stuff and really complicated, but it's not. So that's that card done. Now, I'm not quite sure what to do with these 2 cards that it had in hand. I don't know whether they should be face up or face down. We'll find out later on. Is that it? I think that's it. That's a night yeah, I got told by the designer that this was a Paul-friendly solo mode, and so far, it is. We'll get back to it later when it does something else. So, my go. Where's my mission cards? It's not my mission cards. Where's my mission cards? Here's my mission cards. Right. I have 1 energy. So, I can't really deploy a reef ball from where I am. Well, I could put 1 here. I don't really want to do a recharge this early in the game. I think in the game, really interesting, but in the 4-player game that we played last Friday, I don't think a single player did a recharge action in the entire game. And that feels to me to be quite a rare thing. All of us had ways of generating energy through other means rather than recharging. So I don't think anybody recharged on Friday. Right. Anyway, I can't lay another reef ball because I don't have the energy, except if I wanted to put it here. And the only benefit of putting it here is to help break ties in these 2 areas, which, to be honest, I think I might do. Does mean that I'm then either recharging or traveling back to here. I might go back to here. This is actually not too bad. Do I have a mission for going back there? I don't. Problem is, if I do go back here, do I have any way of gaining energy? Because I move up on the scientist track. I move up on the dive track. Yes, I do. I can activate that. Okay, I'm going to do it. So I am going to deploy a reef ball. And if you put a reef ball on a route that you already have a reef ball, it doesn't cost anything. I'm then going to move back to the center island. I said, I've had enough of this. I'm going back home. I don't have a mission for that island. And now I'm going to resolve these 3 icons in any order I want. Well, first of all, we'll just move the scientist up, which doesn't really do anything. Then we're going to advance here. And then we're going to activate this. And this allows me to activate one of my crew members. It allows me to gain a shell and to gain some camera footage. Unfortunately, I was going to use this to get energy. Okay, I'm not. Change of plan. I am going to use the crew member that allows me to convert a shell into a reef ball. I'm going to create that reef ball. And now I gain a camera footage and a shell. And that way I'm not losing anything. But I didn't gain the energy because my original plan was to convert some of this algae into energy. But that's fine. That's fine. We went there. We did all of those 3 things. That is my go over. You can activate the icons in any order. Yes, I did. Yes. But yeah, like I said, my original plan was to activate that crew member that would give me the energy, but then I wouldn't get any of those. So I think I've done it in the most efficient way possible. I'm happy with that. Right, next. It is the AI. Now, do we have a reference card for the AI? Great if we did. I'm not seeing one. Maybe we do. I just haven't got it. But It is deploying a reef ball. So it will deploy a reef ball. Cheapest route adjacent to its current position that does not already contain one of its reef balls, and if multiple islands exist, it goes for the lowest number. So, there. Yeah, it goes there. It's deploying a reef ball there. Because that's back to island number 1. That would have cost 1, that would have cost 1, that would have cost 2. Okay, I think it goes there. Move Deacon ship. Right, we're revealing a card. Right, orange clamshell. That's here. Can it get there? No. So it can move along any number of routes where the cost would be 1, and 1 route where the cost would be 2. So it can't get to there. Right, next is the purple starfish. I think it's a starfish. I'm not sure, actually. It's this one. Yeah, it can get there because it goes along 1 route that would cost it 2 energy. So it goes there. Back cover of the solo rulebook is the player aid. There you go. Yeah, turn overview and all of the card effects. It's all there. Great. Thank you. Right, it's then going to hire a crew member and take a mission card. So let's have a look at this. First of all, hiring a crew member. Deacon does not spend coins to hire crew. It either takes the cheapest tile possible or whichever colour it has the most of already, depending on the icon on the card. There is just a normal hire crew icon, which says it hires the cheapest crew tile. If the row with that crew colour is already full, it takes the cheapest of a colour that it has the least of. So it's going to take the cheap... Oh, I should have refreshed these. It's the cheapest crew tile, puts it on there, but because we're not playing on the difficult mode, it doesn't get that ability. Otherwise, it would have done. So it doesn't spend coins, it takes the cheapest possible tile. Yep. The tiles are placed from left to right so that they match the first pre-printed tile colour. It does not gain the benefit of the crew tile or for filling a column, but it does get 4 points when filling a row. Got it. Deacon can have 2 crew tiles with the exact same effect on its shipboard. Oh yeah, because that's a limitation. A human player can't do that. Deacon is not human. In a situation that Deacon already filled 2 rows and there is no matching crew tile available, it takes an in-turn and flips it to the other side. Yeah, okay, seems quite simple. And then it's going to take a mission card. So, missions. Whenever Deacon gains that, it moves its scientist marker 1 step forward. Yep. When it reaches the milestone space, it skips it, takes the tile from the top, right? And when it collects a set of mission cards, it scores 4 points, the same as a human player. Okay, so it says 4 points here. We'll go with that. We'll go with 4 points. But what happens when it takes a mission card? Deacon takes a mission of a type that it doesn't already have, if possible. So are we saying then that those 2 are already in play? I think we are. I think that's what we're saying. Hi Liz, thank you for popping in. Monica's busy reading the rulebook for Legacy of You. I've heard really good things about that and haven't got a chance to play it yet. So Now it does say that its position determines which mission cards are available. So it's only here, which means it can still only take those 2. It already has those 2. So, if possible, if tied, it takes the leftmost card. So it's just going to take that one. But are we saying, yeah, the bot is limited by its position on the research track. It now wants an orange. Yes, it's out of reach. So it just gets it. It just goes straight into play. It doesn't have to keep it in its hand and then play it later like me. Right. Done. Nice. Yeah, like this. Nice, simple, pull-friendly solo modes. Right. Meanwhile, back at the 1 energy department, I now have choices because of these reef balls here. I can't deploy one, except if I want to deploy one here, which seems a little bit silly. So maybe we don't deploy one. It's definitely not worth me going here because that gives me 5 resources that I can't have. What about going here? Yes, go here, activate a crew member. Perfect. Okay, that's what we're going to do. I am not deploying a reef ball. I'm going to move to here, which is free. I'm then going to use those. I am going to gain an algae, but then I am going to use that crew member to spend an algae to gain 2 energy. That's it. Turns can be actually quite quick in this game if you're not playing a mission card or doing anything else. So, that's my go done. Is it going to deploy a reef ball? Yes, it is. The cheapest route. We have 2 here. We have 2 here. This is island number 4. This is island number 13. So it goes there. Then we're going to reveal a card. It's trying to go to Green Jellyfish Island, which it can go to because that's free. That costs 1 and that costs 1. So it can totally get to Green Jellyfish Island. And then what's it going to do? It's going to take a mission card. It wants orange. It can get orange. It now has a full set. So it trades in a full set. I'm just going to move them off camera because you don't need them anymore. And we're going to give it 4 points for doing that. That's the mission card done. Tell me if I've got it wrong, but I think I've got that right. And then the next icon is a new one. This is Deacon hires the cheapest crew of the colour that it has the most. So it already has 1 green crew, so it wants to hire the cheapest green crew. Well, there you go. There's 1 there. If the row with that crew colour is already full, or there is no desired colour in the offer, it takes a crew of the next colour. Yeah, I think it just takes that one. Doesn't get the bonus. Doesn't get that. Yeah. Okay, we're done. That's it. Nice and easy. Yeah, a set is 3 when playing on the B side, but I'm going to make it 4 for this game. Yeah, the rulebook actually says 4, same as a human player, but also we're playing on the B side, and that's the weird thing. Because I'm playing on the B side of the board, I'm going to make it 4. I'm going to tweak the difficulty just a tiny little bit, and I'm going to make it 4, even though, yeah, it should be 3. Right. That's it. I think it's done. It did the thing. It did the thing. It's my go. I have 3 energy. Right. Now, if I go here, that's going to close off this area, and it's going to get that pollution tile. So I just don't want to do that. There's no point doing that. It will probably do that at some point in the future. Let's have a look at where I want to go. I want to go to Green Shark Island, which is here. So I can get there quite easily. I want to go to Orange Crab Island. Yeah, we want to do that, actually. And we want to go to Orange Shell Island, which is all the way down here. So we'll leave that one for now. I think I'm going to put a reef ball here, which is going to cost me 1 energy. But then I'm not going to go that way. I'm going to go here for 3 and then here for 2 energy. So I've got no energy left. I can smell a recharge coming. Or that could just be the lunch that I had. And we're going to play this mission. We're going to that island. But because it's got the cross on it, because it's got the island crossed out, I don't get to do the island. I get to do what's printed on the card, which is activate 2 different crew members. So I'm going to activate that crew member to give me 2 energy, and that crew member to spend 3 money to move up on the science track and take a mission. So I get another mission. Not that I'm complaining. I'm going to set that one. Yeah, having now played it once, I do have more of an idea of these missions and how they work and which ones you want to take. That's it. That is my go done. I went there. I completed the mission. I now have 2 energy. That's going to set me up ready for next time. So, what's Deacon doing? Deacon is here. This is the cheapest route. So it places that there. Does that trigger anything? No, it doesn't. We draw a card. So this is its ship card. Not that that's different. It's going to... it's got this on. It's got the reshuffle icon on. So, first of all, can it go to Purple Prawn Island? Down here. Yes, it can. Because it's going over 1 route that costs 2 energy. So it goes there. But it doesn't do any of this. Instead, it gains a pollution tile. So I think that's is that a medium one or is that a big one? I think that's a big one. Wow. So it's gained a big pollution. Is that right? Deacon never recycles pollution tiles and we score any gain points at the end of the game. Yeah, I think he just gains 1. You're saying it's medium. It's not medium. No, the image there is definitely not medium. Okay, that's interesting. We may have found a graphical error with the game because there is an icon in the card effect which says Deacon gains a medium pollution tile. But what's printed on the actual card, and I can zoom in and show you this. This is the actual card. If it's going to focus, is it going to focus? Let's turn on the autofocus. Well, there you go. Turned on the autofocus. It's a mistake on the card. It's now corrected. Okay, so if you're playing this game solo, just be aware that that is a mistake on the card. It shouldn't be the large one. It should be the medium one. Thank you very much for that. Just noticed it's looking a little dark. How's the colour? Is that okay? It's not too dark, is it? Nah, it's fine. So it's going to get a medium one instead. That's that done. And it's doing a reef ball thing. Deploy a reef ball to the first legal option anywhere on the board. Wow. Okay. So the cheapest route that would close an ocean sector. There. Easy. So that's what it does, which means it gains that. Right. Simple. And then we have the reshuffle the discard pile with the deck, including this card. Right. Okay. Nice. Casper is saying he's surprised that my copy has it. Okay. Yeah, so this copy of the game, this was shipped to me about 6 weeks ago. And when I got it, I'm like, this isn't a prototype. This looks like the final production copy of the game, but it was clearly an early copy. Yeah, only gets 3 points as well. Yes, because it's got 3 things around it. So, yeah, your copy, if you do buy the game, should have that error corrected. Mine obviously still has it in there. But yeah, this was either an early production copy or a pre-production copy or something like that. Also, your copy will not come with these little plush toys. But you can get them. They're available from IKEA. That's where I got that one from. I think it's my go. Right. So, where are we going to go? We have 2 energy. I could go back home. I do like going back home. It's going to move me up there. It's going to get me all of that. It's going to get me to do that again. Yeah, I think we'll do it. I think we'll do it. Hi, Matt. Thank you for popping in. Good to see you. Hope you're doing okay. So I'm going to spend 2 energy to put a reef ball here. We are then going to travel along that route. That doesn't close anything off, does it? Nope, we're going to travel along that route. I don't have a mission to go to that island. I'm going to do the scientist thing. And then I'm going to move on this track. And then we're going to activate this tile. Ah, now I could do that to move 1 extra. Oh. Do I? Really? Yes, I do. I am going to spend 2 photos to move an extra 1, which is going to do 2 things. It's going to reveal that. It's also going to get me a photo back, and it's going to flip this over. So it did 3 things. The downside now is I am now going to do the ability here. And I actually wanted to do that one. But this one is actually not too bad. This is hire a crew member or activate a crew member and gain 2 coins. Well, I've got no energy. Again, I've got no energy and no points. I'm doing well. But that doesn't mean I can't do anything. I can still go to lots of different places because I can go here for free and get some more stuff. I can go here for free and get some more stuff. So I think I'm going to do the same thing as I did last Friday, is run on this very, very little energy. We could hire a crew member. Yeah, let's do the top one. I'm going to hire a crew member. I get a discount of 2. So I'm actually going to take this one for free. I'm going to put it on here, and putting it on here immediately advances my research. Okay, we're going to trigger a few things here. So I'm putting that there. that is going to trigger getting me some research, and I am going to take this bit, which means I get either 5 coins, 2 energy, or a thing. I'm going to take 2 energy. All right, and it also allows me to activate one of my crew members, and I'm going to activate the crew member that I can spend 2 shells to gain. Which one do I want to remove? I'll probably remove that one. Yeah, you just need to be careful in this game that there are some chaining actions. Something allows you to do something, which will get you something, which will trigger something else, which will get you something else. So I've not completed a column, but I think I've done it right. Casper's shouting energy. Yes. Did I not get the energy? Have I not added the energy? I probably haven't. I said energy. I don't remember moving it. I'm going to move it. Tell me if I did miss it. Tell me if it should be on 4 or it should be on 2. But I think I've done everything. Yes, I did that. I did that. I did that. I got the bonus. We did the thing. We hired the crew member. The crew member went on there. That got me those 2 things. That thing got that thing. And I did the thing to do the thing. Yes, I got it. I needed it and I got it. Right, thank you. That's it. That's my go done. Right, now it doesn't have any reef balls left. So it's going to take from this column, because this column is worth the most. So it's going to take that one and it's going to put it, where is it? It's here. So this is 2. This is 2. That's island number 12. That's island number 5. So it goes there. Does that complete a sector? No, it does not. We're going to draw a card. It's going to try to get to Purple Shrimp Island. It's already there. It's going to try and get to Orange Hammerhead Shark Island. It's up there. It can't get there. It's going to go to Green Jellyfish Island. It can get there. It goes here. It's then going to resolve the furthest effect that its scoring marker has crossed, which is there. So it's going to resolve both of those, which is gain 2 different resources. And it says it gains 1 victory point per symbol type, regardless of how many symbols of the same type appear. Well, it's gaining 2 different resources, so that's 2 points. It's also gaining an energy, which is another 1 point. So that's basically 3 points for it. And it's moving its scientists forward. Okay, that's it. It's done. My go. I have 4 energy. Yay! I can go places. Where do I want to go? Well, I'm going to spend 3 of it, and we're going to put a reef ball here. Now, does that close anything off? It doesn't. Okay, where do we want to go? I have a mission to go here. Why didn't I play that before? I thought I went there. Maybe I didn't go there. Well, I have a mission to go there. Problem is, do I actually want to go there? I think I do, actually. Yeah, let's do it. Let's just move here. It's free. And let's play this mission card. So it's got the island on and the thing on, which means I get to do both. So I'm going to gain a resource and activate 2 different crew members in any order. So the resource that I'm going to gain is algae. Then I'm going to activate the crew member that allows me to spend algae to get 2 energy. Then I'm going to activate another crew member, which is going to be that one, which gets me 2 money and a resource. And I'm going to take algae. Oh, I got that mission card after I'd been there. Okay, thank you. So that's all done. That's all done. That's all done. It is now Deacon's go. So here. Yes, the cheapest one that it's connected to where it doesn't already have one. So it goes there. I love this. I love this bot movement. It's so simple, but it's so clever how they've done it. So it can't get to the first island. The orange shell, can it get there? It can, because it can go over any number of routes that cost it 1 energy and 1 route that costs it a maximum of 2 energy. So it can get there. Then it's going to do science, science, and hire a crew member. So science, science, it bypasses that and removes one of the tiles. It doesn't actually matter now because I've already been there. And then it's going to hire a crew member, and it's hiring the cheapest one. Hires the cheapest one. Yeah, so it's going to hire that one, put it there, and not trigger any bonuses. Done. My go. We're looking to do an orange mission, because if we do, that completes a set. But I can't go there. The other player's there. I've got 3 energy. Where am I? Oh, I'm up there. Okay, so I can't place a reef ball from where I am. That's fine. But I can play that. Yeah, this is going to be good. Right, we are going to go along this route for free and then spend 2 energy to go there. But I have a mission to go there, and it's got the island on that. So I do both of these things. I'm going to do the bottom one first, which is recharge. Effectively, it's the gain 3 energy and cycle that out of the game. That person goes off and gets a job working at Domino's Pizza, rather than becoming a marine scientist. So that's that done. Then I get to do all of this, which is draw a mission card and activate 2 of my crew members. And then I've got a full set, which is 3 points. Could I have done that first? Could I have completed the set to get the 3 points, to move up on here, to then do that? Oh, I've got a closed sector. Oh, I have got a closed sector. Apologies for that. There's a closed sector. 3 points for orange, 1 point for me, and that goes there. So I could have actually chosen that, but I decided on that one anyway. Okay, you could have got the VP from the set first. Okay, nice. It's interesting how you could... The order in which you do the actions can be really important. But yes, I'd forgotten about the closed sector. But that's done now. That is done. So, what do I still have to do? I still have some stuff to do, which is... Sorry, I've forgotten where we're up to. Which is why I don't play solo games when I'm not live streaming, because my short-term memory issue kicks in and I literally have no idea what I was doing. I went there. I don't think I've played the mission card. I've done that bottom bit. I don't think I've done either of these. No, I don't think I've done either of these. So I get a new mission and I'm going to activate 2 crew members. I think that's right. I don't think I've activated any crew members. So we'll take a new mission, and I can now take all the way up to 3. I need to take a purple one. So I'm going to take a purple one. All right, that's the mission taken. And then I think, unless I've already done it, I'm activating 2 different crew members. Well, I'll activate that one, because that's really good. It's 2 money and a resource. Let's take a shell. And let's spend the shell on a reef ball. Okay, done. Done. My go is finished. Right. What is Deacon doing? Where is Deacon? Deacon is here. So this is 3, this is 3, this is 3, this is 2. So it goes there. Let's draw the card. Orange shell, it's already there, so it can't get there. Purple starfish, it's up there. Can it get here? Well, this route is free. Is that right? Any number of routes that either have one of its reef balls or at most one of it. Yeah, so that's free. That's free. Free, 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 free. Yeah, because it can get there. Da, 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 on the love boat. Da, 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 da. Right. Then it's hiring a crew member, and it's the normal icon, so it takes that one. If this was a human player, it would have now completed a column. But it's not a human player. And then it's going to take a mission card. It's got purple, so it wants green. Yeah, it'll take green. Right, done. I think that's right. My go. I want to go to Well, I've got 4 energy and I'm up here. So I am going to place a reef ball and I'm going to spend... Do I want to close these off? Get the bonuses? Well, I mean, I do. But for now, I'm going to spend 3 energy and I'm going to put it here. Doesn't close anything off. We're then going to go here, 3. And I'm going to play this mission, which has got the island crossed out. So I don't do the island. I just do what's printed on the card, which is I gain a resource and I hire at a discount of 1 with a discount of 2. So I basically get a discount of 3. And I'm going to take this one for free. I'm going to put it in there. Now, putting it in there does a couple of things. First thing is I activate the ability, which moves my diver on, which doesn't do anything. But I now have a completed column, which means I activate one of those. And I'm going to activate this one, which is to spend 3 money to move back up onto the science track. And I have 2 different coloured mission cards with a 3rd one in hand ready to go. Okay, that's my go done. Matt's saying I did add the energy already. When was that? That was from ages ago, wasn't it? Okay, it might mean that I might have cheated earlier. Apologies if I did. And it is now Deacon's go. Deacon is here. It's putting a thing on there. And it's wanting to go to Green Jellyfish Island, which it can get to. This is very much simulating the same experience as the multiplayer game, whereas the game goes on, you are able to travel to almost everywhere on the board because of the reef balls that you've been laying out and the other players have been laying out as well. So I like that. That's part of the game that I like the best, I think. Right, it is taking a mission card. So it wants an orange one and it can get an orange one. So it's completed those and we're going to give it 4 points. Again, it should be 3. We're going to make it 4. Next, it is going to hire a crew member of the type that it has the most of, but it actually has 1 of each. So if there's a tie, it's the cheapest one. Yeah. So it's going to take that one and it's going to go on there, which doesn't get it anything. And that is that card done. My go. Now, if I go here, that's another set of missions done. But I only have 1 energy. So, what do I do? I want to go somewhere where I can get some energy. I mean, I could always recharge, but again, I kind of don't want to recharge at the moment. If I can just activate a crew member, which I can up here, I mean, it gets me another mission card as well. Although I've completed 2 full sets of missions, that might be enough. I mean, the game's more than halfway through. I'm sure the game is more than halfway through. If I go here, then next time I can go here and I can close that off and I'll get that. Yeah, that's what we want to do. So I am placing a reef ball here because that's free. We're then going to travel to here. Not a mission. And we are just going to do what's printed on the island. So I'm going to get another mission, which is actually going to be this one because I've already done that and it's a wild card. So that's awesome. And I'm going to activate 2 different crew members. I'm going to spend 1 algae for 2 energy. And I'm going to take this crew member to gain a resource and 2 money. So I went there, I did that, and I did that. That's my go done. Okay, yes, Matt's behind. But thank you for spotting that earlier on. It looks like I may have cheated. Right. Well, oh, it got the 3 points. I forgot to give it the 3 points when it completed a column, but it's now going for this one. And where's it going now? No, it's not. It's not placing one because all of its routes from there have one. So it doesn't place another one. Right, it's trying to go here first. Can it get here? Yes, it can. So it goes over its own route, one energy, one energy. It can pretty much go wherever it wants now. It's going to get a mission card. It doesn't have any mission cards, so it's just going to take that one. Then it's going to deploy a reef ball anywhere on the board. I've not missed closing a sector, have I? No, not yet. So, deploy a reef ball to the first legal option anywhere on the main board, the cheapest route that would close an open sector. So this would close an open sector, and that's 2. This would close an open sector, and that's 2. This would close... No, it wouldn't. So I think it's just that one and that one. Tiebreaker, lowest numbered island. Cheapest route that would close an ocean sector, and then the cheapest route that does not have one of its reef balls on. So lowest numbered island, well, this, I'm going to guess it's within the sector. So we've got island number 1. So this is the sector that it wants to complete. Oops. More than this one, which is islands 3, 5, and 7. So I think that's right. So it's actually going to go here, and it's going to complete this sector, which is good for me. That's really good for me. Points. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to get 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to trigger the 22. And I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've arrived at 22. When any of the players, you and or Deacon, reaches 22, check who has the least VP. Me. If it's me, draw 3 objective cards, keep 1 and discard the others. If it's Deacon, draw only 2. Deacon does not get an objective card. Okay, I like that. Yeah, the route next to the lowest number. Oh, the route next to the lowest number. Ah, well, it's not there then. It's here. Okay, we need to undo that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. This route here, islands 3 and 7, is a lower number than 9 and 13. Okay, so it goes there. It gets 3 points. 1, 2, 3. It's still going to trigger the 22, but it's going to get that. Okay, so I draw 3 objective cards. Which one of these do I want? Well, that's money, points for money. Not quite sure what that is. Let me get the rule book. Oh, 2 points for each of your reef balls around one ocean sector. Well, that's at least 10 already. And then the last one is for each resource track on your ship. No, yeah, okay, it's going to be that one. That's the one I'm taking. Okay. The player colours in the game are pink, orange, a yellow, and a really dark blue that will show up on the light blue background. They are the 4 colours. So we have our objective card. That is mine. I'm going to put it here. Yeah, I'll put it here because I can actually put these there so you can see the colours. Yeah, that works. Right, where are we up to? That was it. It placed the reef ball. It placed the reef ball here. It scored that. That is it. That is its go done. My go. So. Oh, I'm not there yet. I thought I was on the 5. I'm not on the 5. I'm on the 4. Ah, right. Okay. I do have 3 energy, though. I think I'm going to complete it. Yes, I'm going to complete it. So we do the thing. I think I want to complete it. Yeah, I do. 2 energy. Put the reef ball on here. That completes it. I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Deacon gets 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. I get this, which allows me to move up the dive track or keep it for the end of the game and score 4 points. Is moving up the dive track going to help me? I don't think it's going to be worth 4 points to me. Although there is this pink circle here, so I think that it's counted that there is another player there. I'll think about that in a minute, because that is the start of my turn. Oh, it's also made this better because I've got an extra one here. Okay, so where am I going to go? I want to move up the scientist track. Can I get to Orange Shell Island? I still can't. But we can get to here. I'm going to move to here. But is that going to... It's not going to get me the energy that I need. I want to go to here so that next time I can put a thing here. But I don't think this is going to work. I could risk it and try and go for that one and see what this tile is. I'm going to get an energy from that. Or... yeah, okay, I can't do either of those. Have you added the VP? I saw you moving Deacon's marker, but the screen froze for a second. I did. I gave it 3 points when I completed that sector. Yeah, I definitely gave it the 3 points. I'm just deciding now where I want to go. I mean, to be fair, I can go to all of these different places. So we could just go back here. But going, yeah, I think I'm going to go back here. We're going to go back home. Doesn't cost me any energy. And now I get to do all 3 of those icons. The first icon is to move to here, which is great because I've now fulfilled this mission card. But you have to play the mission card before you go to the island. And then we've got these 2 icons. And I can do them in any order. So I could do that first. And I think I will. I'm going to do this first. So I'm going to do the fish icon, which is this. And I'm going to hire a crew member. And I'm actually going to hire this one for a cost of 1. It's discounted by 2, but I'm going to hire this one because when I put it on here, I gain 3 energy and a reef ball. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to take that reef ball and put it there, which immediately gets me 3 points. Right, and then I'm going to move up to here, which gets me an energy and reveals this tile. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, the missions without an island can be played at any time during your turn. Can they? I thought, according to the rules, mission cards can only be played in step 3 of your turn. Yeah, step 3 of your turn is playing a card. And at that point in my turn, I did not meet the requirements of the card. It says some mission cards do not have an island. They are conditional. Oh, it just says you can play these cards. Okay, right. You can play them at any time in your turn. Thank you. And I forgot to flip the oxygen tank. Right, okay, so I can complete that mission, which is great. So I have 5 science. So I gain 2 points. And I've got another set of mission cards. So they're all done. I get another 3. Catching up. And then I did all of those things, and that's my go done. Right, next. Deacon is going to put this 3, 3, 3, and 2. So it goes there, because that's cheaper. Right, where's it going to try and go to? It's going to try and go to Purple Shrimp Island, which is here, which it can get to. It's then going to take the medium one. It's then going to place a reef ball, which immediately scores it 2 points. And it's going to go anywhere that will complete a sector. Is that right? The cheapest route that would complete a sector. I think there are only 2 routes that will complete a sector. That one and that one. And this is island number 7. So it's going to go there. And then it's going to reshuffle the deck. So I think that sector is now complete. So 1, 2, 3, 4 points to orange. And 3 points to me. Unfortunately, that means it's got the pollution tile. Arg. Okay, but that's it. That's it's go done, and I've reshuffled the deck. So, 'tis my go. I've got the 5 energy. I don't have any reef balls. There's the problem. But there's get a reef ball. And activate 2 crew members. Sure. That's the best place to go. So I'm not going to deploy another reef ball because I don't want... Oh, no, I do have one. Did I want to put it here? Is that going to help me? Yes, it is, actually. Yes, it is. I'm going to put that there before I leave. And then we're going to arrive here, and I'm going to do this. So that's take a reef ball. So I'm going to take this one. And then activate 2 crew members. So I'm going to activate the crew member. Are we in a position to be able to do a 3rd set of mission cards? Oh, it really depends. Really depends if I am actually going to be going to those places anyway. And I don't think I am, but they are wild cards. And I do like wild cards. No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I think we need more reef balls. So I'm going to activate that crew member, which is to spend a shell to gain a reef ball. That's that one done. And I'm going to activate this crew member to spend 3 to move up on the science track. There you go, because that's points at the end of the game as well. I feel this is quite tight. Right, reef ball time. No, there's reef balls all over here, so it doesn't place one. It's going to try to move to Orange Crab Island. Well, yes, it can get there quite easily by going all the way through there. Right, then it's going to take a mission card. It has green, so it will just take that one because it's multicoloured. And then it's taking a crew member, the cheapest crew member of the one that it's got the most of. So it has 2 greens, so it takes another green. It puts it there, and that's going to get it points at the end of the game because it's completed a row. That's it, done. My go. I feel time's running out. I mean, the game ends when somebody hits 45, but I feel that I'm kind of lagging behind a little bit. Thankfully, I have the energy now and I have the reef balls, but where am I? I'm here. This is good. This is good. We are going to spend 3 energy, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to put a reef ball here, which completes this sector. And this is where we catch up. So Deacon has 2, but I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. Nice. And then I get this. Oh. Yeah, you see, that might actually be worth more than 4 points. It might. I'm not sure. Not sure. But anyway, that was the start of my turn. That was deploying the reef ball. Now, where do I want to go? Okay, I'm going to go here. We're going to go to Purple Turtle Island, and I'm going to resolve the right-hand side of this, which is the diving track and the fish track. The first thing I'm going to do is the fish track, which gets 2 energy, and activate any one of the bonuses, which is all sorts of options, one of which is getting a reef ball. So I'm going to gain a reef ball, which immediately gets me 2 points. Totally catching up now. Then I'm going to advance on the dive track, which doesn't actually do anything, but that's fine. Okay. I think that's it. That's my go done. Deacon. Is Deacon going to be able to deploy a reef ball? Yes, he is. So the cheapest route, where it doesn't already have one, that's island 10, that's island 9. So it goes there. Next. Purple manta ray. Yep, it can get there, so it does. It's then going to move on the dive track. Move on the dive track again. It gets 2 money and a camera, which I think is 3 points. Let's check that. Gain 1 point per symbol, regardless of how many symbols. Okay, so 2 money and a camera is 2 points. And then it's activating a crew member, which is 1 point for the thing that it's got the most of. No, 1 point for each crew tile in the row that contains the fewest tiles. That's that. That's still 2 points. Done. My go. I've got 4 energy. I've got reef balls. We're going to do it. 3 energy, reef ball here. Does that complete anything? No, it doesn't. But I can now finally get to the place that I want to go to. So I go here. I play this mission. It's got an X on the island, so I just do the stuff at the bottom, which is in any order. I'm going to do the science track first, and I am going to go for the milestone. So reef ball, not sure, and not sure. New icon that I've not seen before. Oh, refresh one of your already used pollution tiles. Oh, well, I haven't used any pollution tiles, but maybe I could. Maybe I could. Or just gain another reef ball. I'm just going to gain another reef ball. It's going to be that one. Okay, that's that done. So that was for me moving up on the science track and gaining a milestone. Then I'm going to take a mission card. I'm going to take this one because I have 26 points. So that's already done. But you can only play 1 mission card a turn. And I've already played a mission card. And now I'm activating 2 different crew members. So which crew members are we going to activate? I mean, that one is actually resolve the pollution tile and get the points on it. So we're going to do that. We're going to resolve that one and get the points on it. So I get the points straight away. And I get science. So I'm going to come out of there to here. And I'm going to gain another mission card. I'm looking at the icons and I'm trying to work out if I'm going to be able to get a 3rd set. And in fact, is it indeed worth me trying to get a 3rd set? Based on where I might want to be going in future. Okay, I'm just going to take this one and take this one because of the position of my scientist. Right, where are we up to? I think I've done all of this now. I think I did that. I think I did the 2 crew members. Yeah, somebody help me out here. I'm pretty sure I did the science. The science moved me on the milestone track. The milestone track gave me a reef ball. I've just drawn a mission card. Have I done the 2 crew members? I'm not sure. No, I have. I'm doing the 2 crew members. And the first crew member was that. That was it. And I gained the 4 points. And I gained the science. And I gained the other mission card. Right. See what I mean about... You got to be careful. Make sure you don't lose track of where you're up to. I think I haven't done a 2nd crew member. So I'll do that one. Because that's nice and easy. It's 2 money and a resource. Although Casper's saying I did everything. Did I do everything? No, I didn't. I got 1 more crew member. Okay. So yeah, I think we're good. That is my go over. Whew. Right. Where is Deacon? Deacon is here. Deacon cannot place a reef ball. So he's going to here. Can he get here? Yes, he can. He's then going to take a mission card. Well, he'll take a wild card. And he completes another set, which we're going to gain. We're going to give it 4 points instead of 3. It's then going to place a reef ball. So it's going to place this reef ball on the cheapest space that would close a sector. This will close a sector. So it goes on here, and it's actually completed both of these. So it's going to get 3 points for that. 1, 2, 3, which triggers the end of the game. I get 1 point for that because my boat's there, but it gets that tile. It also completes this one. It gets 2 points, but I get 3, which means I get that tile. Only just. Right. And why was it doing that? It was doing that because of its card. Right, the end of the game has been triggered. So, as soon as any player reaches 45, complete the round so that all players have played the same number of turns, and then play one last round. Well, Deacon was the second player, so basically I've got 1 extra turn. Okay, right. I've got 1 turn, and then Deacon's got 1 turn. So, I'm not sure. No, I'm not going to be able to get a full set of 3. I can definitely play this one to get 3 resources, but I'm not going to be able to complete this, which is a shame. Now, I can't remember at the end of the game, because every game I've played so far, we've always cleared the ocean. I can't remember at the end of the game if you still get points if it's not cleared. Let me just check that in the rules. End of the game. Check the ocean sectors that have been cleaned. Okay, so if this is not cleaned, it's not going to be worth points because you get points based on the sharks. So we're not going to be able to clean it. Unless I can somehow resolve an icon which allows me to place a thing on the board, which I'm not seeing one here. No, I'm not seeing one. There might be one on one of these cards, but I think we just need to try and go for... I mean, I've only got 1 energy, but I can place this, and I can put it here. Yeah, so we'll do that. Where do we want to go? What is going to get me the most points? I mean, hiring another crew member here is going to get me 3 points at the end of the game because I've completed that particular row. Moving up here, I'm already ahead on here, so I think I'm going to get the most points from that. I could move up a bit further and I get that. Moving up here is actually going to get me 2 points if I move up on the scientist track. So... I can't remember. Are resources worth anything at the end? Oh, yes, for each pull set, which is what money's for. So if I gained loads of money, or that's 3 resources, that's an extra 3 points. I think that's what we want to do. We want to hire a crew member here. So where can we go that's going to hire me a crew member? Oh, yeah, recharge. I could recharge. I move up on the science track, the diving track. I gain a reef ball. I get 2 money. I get to take a mission. I get 2 resources and an energy. I get to activate one of my crew members, and I get 3 more energy. That's a lot. That's a lot of stuff, but I don't get to hire a crew member. And I kind of want to hire a crew member. So, yeah, let's not. Let's go somewhere where we can hire a crew member, which is there. I mean, that's also moving up on the science track, which is an extra 2 points. So yeah, let's do that. So we can go poodle, poodle, poodle. That's free, that's free. So we go to Green Jellyfish Island. I'm going to move up on the science track, which is effectively 2 points. We're going to hire a crew member. I get a discount of 2, so I spend 1. We're going to take this one. I'm going to put it on there. I get 3 resources. I'm going to have 1 of each for obvious reasons. And that is end of game points. And I'm also going to play this. Because I've got 26 points, I gain 3 resources. 1, 2, 3. And I've also got these 2 pollution tiles. But I don't think it is worth me moving up It is absolutely not worth me moving up on the diving track. That is not going to get me 4 points. So no, we're going to keep those pollution tiles. Right, finally, Deacon's last turn of the game. Where's his boat? Here. So he can place that there and score 2 points. And then his final turn, he is going to go to here. Can he get here? Yes, he can. He's then going to take a medium pollution tile. Then he's going to deploy a reef ball. He can't. There's no reef balls anywhere. So that's it. Yeah, I think if he's got no reef balls, he doesn't place any reef balls. Yeah, and he doesn't say that, but he doesn't have any. So I think he doesn't place. Okay, I mean, there wouldn't have been anywhere that completed a sector anyway. So we are now doing scoring. I reveal my objective card. I get 2 points for every... choose a sector on the board and 2 points for each of my reef balls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I get 16 points. Which sounds amazing, but Deacon scores 15 points directly without any objective card. Then the player and Deacon get 1 point per mission fulfilled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And how many did he do? He did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 74. Yeah, 16 for objectives is good. I was happy with that. I normally try and get 15 if you can. VP according to their position on the research track. I get 11. He gets 4. 11 putting me on 74. He goes on 78. Catching up. VP according to their position on the divers track on the seafloor. So the player furthest on the track gets 12. Second player gets 10. Third one gets 6. Reminder, a virtual neutral divers, should be diver, take part in the competition. In case of a tie, the tie is always broken. So non-player divers have a research of 5. I don't know what the 10's for then. It says there's a virtual neutral diver in the competition. In case of a tie, the tie is always broken by checking the player's research level. It says non-player diver has a research value of 5. Yeah, I can't remember what the 10's for. Oh, sorry, non-player divers have a research value of 5. Right, okay. So there's one on here and there's one on here. That's what the purple ones are for. So the first player gets 12. That's nobody. I get 10. So 10, 84. And then the third player is this one, which gets 6. So in fact, Deacon didn't get any for that track. On this track, I can't remember why you need a neutral one on the 5. Because I thought you just got points based on where you were. I can't remember that. If your diver would be on 10, then you would need to check the tiebreaker. Right, got it. When the tiebreaker is, it always goes to the player. But yeah, I can't remember why there is a neutral player on the research track, because you never score based on your position. You just score points based on where you are. I can't remember that. Let me know. Oh, ties. Ah, thank you. Okay, yes, I'd forgotten that. So the tiebreaker is the research track. Yes, got it. Next, 3 victory points for each 3 different set of resources. Only you. Awesome. I got 3. So I got 3 full sets of resources, which is 9 points. 93. Finally, VP from the unused pollution tiles. I have 2 unused pollution tiles, which is 9 points. Deacon gets all of these. Wow. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, 18, 22, 26. Right? It's close. It's very close, but I think I've got it in here. But we'll see. What have I missed? No, I think we're okay. I think we're good so far. I don't think we've forgotten anything. We have. End of game scoring. He gets 3. I get 3. It's still close. Yeah, because we're using the B side of the boards, which means the points only score at the end of the game. Okay, here we go then. Let's get the starfishes out. It's starfish time, everybody. Right. And I'm going to start off here. Who's got the most? Deacon's got the most. So he scores 2 points per shark. So he gets 2. And I don't get any because I'm not there at all. Here, he gets 2. I get 1 because at least I'm there. Here, he gets 2. I don't get any. Here is worth 4 points. So he gets the 4. I get the 2. Well, I'm not so confident now. Here, 4 points. All to him. I get none. This is what I'd forgotten, that there are points for second place. Okay. Here is worth 4 points. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But he gets second. Oh, I don't think I've done this ever. Here, 4 points, which goes to me. But he gets 2. And here he's worth 6 points, which goes to me, but he gets 3. That's it. That is it. Is it? I've got 2 starfishes left. Yes, because in a 3 and 4 player game, yeah, and we didn't score this. Oh, I was close. That was close. So we have 128 for Deacon, assuming we played correctly, and 122 for me. Ultimately, the score doesn't matter. I enjoyed that. I thoroughly enjoyed that. The solo mode is very much pull friendly. It has the same feel as the multiplayer game without too much additional overhead. And I liked the fact that the decisions and the flowchart of resolution, as it were, for deciding what the bot does is actually fairly simple. And once I'd got going, I generally didn't need to refer to the rulebook that much. The iconography on here of what it does for each of the individual things is fairly simple. And the movement rules, as I say, it's probably my favourite part of the game. And I like the way that the AI is dropping off the reef balls and then just moving around. Because by the end of the game, you can probably move most places for free. Saying that, I really struggled to get down to here. That's why I struggled, because I was running with a low energy strategy, which meant that I didn't ever have the energy to get down here. So I'd always spend a turn going somewhere else, which means I then couldn't lay the reef ball. Yeah, but that was thoroughly enjoyable. So, crew board, did we score? Yes, we both scored. We both had 1 full row on the crew board. And on the A side of the board, that scores during the game. But on the B side of the board, it scores at the end of the game. I think I'd do better if I played this again. I don't have any time to play this again today, but I would do better if I played it again. And thankfully, you can customize the difficulty in a number of different ways. So if you missed the start, there are 4 upgraded cards for the AI deck, and you can put any number of these in, taking out the equivalent cards with the same number. You can customize it so that Deacon goes first instead of you. And the third way of customizing the solo game is that he does get the printed bonuses on here. That would be massive. That would be absolutely huge. If he was getting the printed bonuses on here every time he put them on, that would actually be a fairly major thing. This is also my first time playing the B side of the board. And although the A side of the board is recommended for your first game, the B side of the boards are not actually that much more complicated. I think it is just exactly the same icons. I don't think there's any new icons on here whatsoever. I think it's just they're in a different order. They are different depending on the player board. So I am a big fan of, if a rulebook tells me to use a particular setup for your first game, you should always do that, because the people who designed the game and developed the game know what they're talking about. But in this game, I can't see any problem with you starting with the B side of the boards. Now, having played them, it just makes them a little bit asymmetric. So there you go. If you do get the game and you do try with the B side of the boards first, I think it's fine. That's what Paul's recommendation for today is. We are all done. Thank you so much to everybody for joining me this afternoon. Thank you very much, Casper, for joining me in the stream and picking me up on anything that I did wrong. But yeah, ultimately, the game is what it is. It plays nice. It plays smoothly. You can probably get a 4-player game of this done in 90 minutes. It isn't a long game. It's not a family weight game. I think it's a medium weight game, but it's a nice, short, compact medium weight game. And if you are interested in getting the game for solo play with customizable difficulty, I hope this video has helped you make a decision. I'm not here to sell you the game. I'm just here to show you the game and help you make that decision. Also, as I mentioned at the start, this is not a sponsored playthrough video. I have effectively taken this afternoon off from my paid work in order to produce this video because I wanted to, and my Patreon supporters wanted me to show off the solo mode of the game. If you do like the content that I create and you want to support the channel and help me continue to make videos like this, and help continue to fund my plushy habit of buying new cuddly toys for myself, you can do so at patreon.com/gaming rules. There's been links in the chat, and there's a link in the description of this video. And if you do support me on Patreon, you get access to some secret behind the scenes exclusive playthroughs of games that haven't yet been released. And also you get to vote on what games I'm going to be covering on the channel. Usually solo playthroughs. I've chosen to do this one today, but last week I did Windmill Valley, another game from Board and Dice, and that was actually voted on by Patreon supporters. So I think I put 5 games up for the vote, and Windmill Valley got chosen. I will be doing some more solo playthroughs at some point. I don't know when. I've done a lot of them in the last couple of months, and I've got a lot of other things going on at the moment, but I do enjoy doing the solo playthroughs, especially for people that are watching. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I will see you all soon. Take care. I'll see you next time. Bye-byes.